Before the break, we talked a lot about the falsehoods that Donald Trump and his team made over the weekend. But on Sunday, we learned that Trump's senior advisor, Kellyanne Conway, has a different term for falsehood.
The president asked the White House press secretary to come out in front of the podium for the first time and utter a falsehood. Why did he do that?
Don't be so overly dramatic about it, Chuck. You're saying it's a falsehood, and they're giving Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts to that.
I like that she can taste the bullshit in her mouth. I like that. Just that moment where Kellyanne's like, he gave, what is that? Alternative facts. What is that? And my favorite part is you can tell she's lying because right after she says it, she tries to casually flip her hair afterwards like she's all chill.
Our press secretary gave alternative facts to that, but the point remains.
Wait a minute. Alternative facts? Alternative facts, 4 of the 5 facts he uttered.
It's the choke, the laugh, the hair. I honestly wish my girl had a towel that big. I'd win every argument. I'd be like, hey, I heard you were at the club last night. She'd be like, no, I went to my mother's. I thought your mom was dead. Yeah, but she's better now. Look, the truth is, not all facts are created equal. To find out which ones are, we turn to Desi Lydic in What the Actual Fact.
Trevor, you can't keep me in your little fact box anymore. This is Trump's America now. That's better. Time to shine a light on the alternative truth. Let's talk about the size of the 45th president's inauguration crowd.
Trump blamed the media again for underestimating the number of people who attended his inauguration. This despite these photos taken from the Washington Monument showing smaller crowds than during Barack Obama's inauguration in 2009.
Yeah, see, the media wants you to believe that the crowd was small based on what your eyeballs are telling your brain. But here's an alternative fact. A lot of people left early because, as Trump predicted, they got tired of winning. Another alternative fact. You just couldn't see Trump's crowd because they were wearing polar bear skins. You know, the media didn't see Trump's crowds during the campaign, and I am not surprised they can't see them now. And that is why Trump's claim that he had the biggest inauguration crowd ever is so true. And what a shocker. No matter what Trump said this weekend, people tried to delegitimize it. They were even doing it with the weather.
God looked down and he said, we're not going to let it rain on your speech. In fact, when I first started, I said, oh no. First line, I got hit by a couple of drops. And I said, oh, this is too bad, but we'll go right through it. But the truth is that it stopped immediately. It was amazing. And then it became really sunny.
Donald Trump yesterday at the CIA referred to the sun coming out after his inaugural speech, when in fact it was cloudy and raining.
I guess CNN knows what God was doing with the weather better than Donald Trump, the man he chose to be president. Also, that wasn't rain. Those were tears of joy splashing up from the record-setting crowds. Besides, if it was raining, why was George W. Bush just holding his poncho? Then playing peekaboo with his poncho. Then looking for WMDs in his poncho. I mean, that is why I rate Trump's claim that it didn't rain his whole speech as tremendously true. You know, but the worst is when the media lies to drive wedges between Trump and other people.
I have a running war with the media. They are among the most dishonest human beings on earth. And they sort of made it sound like I had a feud with the intelligence community. And I just want to let you know, the reason you're #1 stop It is exactly the opposite.
The president has often criticized the U.S. intelligence community.
Quote, intelligence agencies should never have allowed this fake news to leak into the public. One last shot at me. Are we living in Nazi Germany?
Here's an alternative fact. President Trump has never denied comparing the CIA to Nazis. To him, that's a good thing. If anything, he's more likely to retweet them. I'll tell you what I'm concerned about, and that is this witch hunt, where the media takes things that President Trump has said and remembers them. And I gotta say, personally, as a woman, I find it very offensive that the press gets to decide what President Trump is or isn't allowed to say. I mean, frankly, I am glad we don't have a woman president, because what I am seeing right now is blatant sexism. And that is why I rate Trump's statement that he's always respected the intelligence community truer than fact. Trevor?
Wow, Desi, that was really amazing. Hey there, it's The Daily Show's Trevor Noah. We have our own YouTube channel now, so please do subscribe. I'll wait, so you can. I won't even look, just because I know that's weird. Sort of like when a dog's doing its thing. You can just, yeah, just subscribe. I won't look.